Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome in here to the Premier Sports Campus at Lakewood Ranch, Florida, where we have the U.S. Soccer Winter Showcase, the U.S. Soccer's Development Academy Winter Showcase games that are concluding here for the boys on this morning. On this Monday, these teams right now will see the New England Revolution, and we're a group of under 16, 17 boys in the age group. Seattle Sounders as well for the season. And neither one of these teams have come away with the victory in their two games previously here at the Winter Showcase today or this week. For New England Revolution, they have a couple of one-goal losses. They lost to Strikers FC out of Irvine, California, 5-4. On Friday, and then they lost to Vancouver. The Whitecaps 1-0. Ironically, both those teams in first place in their division. New England has struggled a little bit on the year. They're 4-6. They're currently sit at 8. They would miss the playoffs at this time. They have a -8 goal differential. For Seattle, they too have not had a win. They do have a draw, though. They tied Orlando City at 2 on day one, before losing to Shattuck of St. Mary's 1-0. They're out of Minnesota. Those are on the next day. And Shattuck also leads their division, so they've had some rough competition. Orlando City in the playoffs, both of them looking for the win. They, however, Seattle are in the playoffs, third in the Northwest Division with a 6-3-2 record, currently 18th in the Development Academy playoffs. Seattle will be wearing the green and blue. They'll be going from right to left on your screen. We are underway here on the feature game, and the wind is going to be a little bit of a factor. It will be at the back of Seattle here in the first half. A warm afternoon here in Lakewood Ranch. For New England, the captain is their goalkeeper. We saw him on the ball earlier. Is that long ball? Giving chase right now is Bryson Hankins. For Seattle, he'll use his goalkeeper, Holden Crook. Crook in front of him. We mentioned Hankins as the right back. Next to him is Martinez. Kinsner and Katsaros as the left back. The long ball over the top. Outside the area is Jones for New England. It's taken by Edgar Serrano, who's joined in the midfield by Daniel Leyva, also wearing the captain's armband for them. Ethan Dobelaire will be in front of them. Across the front, left to right, Alex Villanueva, Austin Brummett, and Ray Serrano. Throw-in will be for Seattle. For New England, in goal is Elliot Jones. As we mentioned, he wears the captain's armband for them. The back line sees Zach Sardi Santos as the left back. It goes over his head. This ball cut into the area, cleared out of the area now, and chased down. It will be a Seattle throw. Next to Sardi Santos, as this one goes over the line, should be a corner kick. It is. Will be Cole Richardson. Morris Matthews is also the center back, and out wide right is Colby Quinones. The midfield will be Samuel White as the left back, and Akiri Fujiwara in the middle. This one's punched away by the goalkeeper Jones, chased down by Damian Rivera. Rivera on it, and he's got a couple of players. He's able to get past him. Rivera tries to slot it through. He's got a man running. It's Andrew Serafino. Serafino trying to drop it back, and it will go to Seattle. So we mentioned Hikaru Fujiwara as the center mid, and he's joined by Jonathan Murphy as the right midfielder. That one will go off of Seattle, and it will be a New England throw. That will be taken by Sardi Santos. Up front, we mentioned Damian Rivera. Andrew Serafina gets a striker position, and Oliver Martin should be on the right wing. Seattle will take away the loose ball. They'll look forward. On it, Austin Brummett. Brummett will look wide. Villanueva will control it. Now inside, a little bit of space for Leyva. He'll just use it. Now he'll turn. Leyva looks inside. A bit of a shove, and the foul will go for Seattle as Dobelaire is the recipient of that shove, and already a verbal talking to Morris Matthews. Line held about 18. Again, the wind at Seattle's back here on this 80-degree morning. Just underway. Final day. We'll have the Girls Development Academy, U.S. Soccer Girls Development Academy, coming in on Wednesday. That one's all the way back to Jones. Jones on the 6. It carried over the head of the running in players. He'll able to be controlled by the Revolution captain. Here is pressure by Seattle. And they'll take it over in the area. Double air, and it will chest off the chest of Matthews. Excuse me, off Samuel White. And Jones will take his time. Quinones will look long. Held up. And it'll be a free kick for New England. Play sorted out. Free kick to be taken by Morris Matthews. Again, the line held about 18. Seattle marking. It's just dropped in the box in front of there. It's about the 18-yard line where it comes down. It's headed on by Seattle. Run down, chase. It's Double Air who's there first for Seattle. It'll be a New England throw. Zach Sardi Santos. Seattle will come out the near side on the break. Lots of red and white jerseys behind the ball from New England. Off Seattle. Of course, the U.S. Soccer Development Academy, the event ongoing around with U.S. Soccer's Nike International Friendlies, which concluded yesterday. United States and Brazil in the last game with a 1-1 draw. United States went unbeaten in the friendlies, but finished second as they finished with a win and 2 draws. Portugal, 2 wins and a draw, is your Nike International Friendlies winner. Turkey was the other team competing. But we will, as we mentioned, have the Girls Development Academy. U.S. Soccer will kick that off on Wednesday with a couple of games, and we'll have 2 more on Thursday. The Nike International Friendlies will resume in the women's format with the United States and France on Friday evening. A ball opportunity here for Seattle onto the near post. It's dropped back. Double Air's running back onto it. It's shot. It's blocked inside the area. New England will come away with it. They've got a 3-on-3 situation now. 3-on-4, but a lot of green and blue jerseys now behind the ball as it's slowed down. Here's an opportunity now for Fujiwara. Back out towards Rivera. Rivera around the corner. Rivera on the left foot will send it over to the back post. Off the foot, and the first touch by Martin goes over the head, and it will be collected by the goalkeeper, Holden Crook. So we mentioned the women, the under-20 U.S. Soccer national team, women's national team, will play on Friday and Sunday. The game, it's a 3-team tournament with France, China, and the U.S. Down the line, played inside, now onto the left foot, into the area, going down, but no foul, and that is Villanueva. Job of holding off on the ball by Serafino. Free kick will go New England's way. Foul behind the ball. Austin Brummett will get a talking to as came through the player. That being Morris Matthews. The ball got played up the field. They get the other one on.
But all jokes aside, I actually showed up to a gig one time where they had those little camcorders.
And I'll play that back here as we get the ball in play. Matthews will take it. He's got a little help short here if they opt to go that way. Some numbers on the near side. Matthews, though, will look, send that one up the area. Top of the box, headed up. It's not out. Seattle second ball. Now it's going to be dropped free towards Seattle. They'll bring it out. Cross midfield is Leyva and double air. New England will take it back. Matthews. Dropped off, and Matthews, good work individually, two touch, but Seattle recovers and double air has it. Now they'll go back and they'll lose it, will Seattle, in the midfield. Quinones. It's Matthews. Arm pull by Zach Sardi Santos, and that will warrant a yellow card as Sardi Santos grabs the arm of the Seattle player. Here's the yellow card offender. This free kick to be taken by Serrano. We'll drop it short. Seattle. Across the top of the area, it's poked away. That's Fujiwara, who's pulled down, but play on. Two men on Villanueva. He'll give it back to Leyva. Across the middle, it's Serrano. Through ball on the outside, overlapping run. Now across the box and down to get it is Jones across his 6-yard box. Another look. It's sent in a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, and Jones makes no spill on it. Quinones. It's got Serafina. Serafina back out to Quinones. Tries to cut inside. Seattle's there. That ball into the bench of Seattle. Quinones will drop it back. Matthews pass intercepted. Far side, Serrano. Inside, cuts over on the left foot. Serrano shot, goal! Ray Serrano has given Seattle a 1-0 lead here in the 13th minute. See Serrano, good work, able to cut inside, and it was a deflection. Looked like it may have pushed it a little bit more towards the corner, but Ray Serrano has scored here for Seattle, giving them that lead. Drops down to the feet of Martin. Katsaros for Seattle continues the run. Katsaros on the left foot, cross back post, no one there. Will roll all the way across. Will be a throw in for New England. On it is Serrano. That's Fujiwara. Takes it away, and the foul behind the ball by Seattle. Free kick will go New England's way. Just about a quarter hour complete here on the feature game here at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy Winter Showcase on this final day. Last feature game of the boys. Looking high. Challenge. It's Fujiwara down to his left foot. He'll take the shot, and it's going to go wide. About 25 out, Fujiwara. Thought he'd test the goalie. Instead, it goes wide. And it is a warm day here on the feature field, and actually on all the fields here at the Premier Sports Campus. Lakewood Ranch is about 10 miles to the east of Bradenton, Florida. Bradenton, Sarasota area here in west central Florida. Matthews tries to go. It's Daubelaire, gets the loose ball. 2v2. He's going to drop it off, and he's offside. Daubelaire went in. Looked like Serrano was waiting on the back, but Serrano was offside, and that ball probably should have gone by Daubelaire with your man running on an offside position. Austin Brummett is the Seattle player, struggling with a foot, it appears, right now, but he'll limp back into play. So the offside free kick for New England. Jones will send it long. Again, back to Jones. He'll try and switch across. Looking long for Rivera. Sardi Santos to Rivera. Rivera. The goal scorer there for Seattle, Serrano, finds Daubelaire running down the line. Good tackle in the back by Richardson. And as that goes over the line, be a throw in for New England. With a look at the tackle by Richardson. Matthews looking for help. Instead, it will go back to the goalkeeper. The open man is Colby Quinones here on the near side in front of the New England bench. Quinones will go forward, tries to find his man in front of him. That's Martin, but it's knocked off of New England. It'll be a Seattle throw. Good switch. Over to Serrano, steps over. Now he drops it in onto the right foot. Shot, and that's going to just miss the far post as Bryson Hankins up from his right back position. Can't put the shot on target. Ball doesn't clear the area. Goal kick again. Those go the same direction. A New England throw. Serrano's 8th goal of the season. Coming off a campaign last year that saw him score 22 goals through his 16-17 range. That's off the chest of New England. Played towards the corner. Running onto it is Serafina. Into the box. Serafina cuts it back onto the left foot. Comes across the middle. But they will lose it. Seattle will come out now, and that is Serrano. And a New England player, maybe with a little blood on the nose, perhaps. Does appear to be the case. They'll want to get that cleaned up as he makes his way to the New England bench. See who we can find that may be. Maybe Jonathan Murphy. Jonathan Murphy is still getting the attention on the sideline. No blood allowed in this, of course, in any sport nowadays. On to the near side. New England still playing a man down. They're still trying to get the nosebleed to stop. Here is a chance. You can see them working on the sideline. Be a free kick. Will go New England's way. One of the things you always watch out on bloody faces or bloody noses or whatever, that it doesn't get onto the clothes, because then you got to get those changed. But looks like they may have contained it to the face at this time and getting it cleaned up. Sent all the way across to Sardi Santos. Into the near side, Quinones from the back will take a first-time shot and just missed the far post. Good opportunity there. They will say it deflected, and a corner kick will go for Seattle. excuse me, corner kick for New England as it went off Seattle. As he timed that one. And that was an excellent save by the goalkeeper, Holden Crook. Murphy waved back on. He's on the field. Now he'll take his position about the penalty spot. Zone and man-to-man by Seattle. Hold across the 6-yard box. Murphy actually challenges for that ball, but it's going to be run down by Seattle. Double air. Throw in goes the Tents way. All right, New England's way. It appeared just enough on the touch. That shot did look to be much closer to the post when it went down than it did, and playing on the ground in a dangerous play by New England. As Fujiwara whistled for the dangerous play. Headed away by Matthews. Leyva uses his right back, Angel Martinez. Martinez, one of the two center backs. He mans the right side of those center positions. Here is now Katsaros. Villanueva towards the corner. Villanueva able to keep it in, cuts it back onto the right foot. Has Katsaros. Katsaros has double air. Now cross, back post. Run down by Hankins. Serrano. Good possession for Seattle. Good work. Those shots, they've gone from side to side with possession. Serrano. Kinsner. Towards the corner with this wind, it will run far and it will be a goal kick. On the far side, it's Serrano. Had a man streaking, but it's taken away as Martin can't connect on the pass. Bad touch. Now it's going to fall. Shot, and that's going to be deflected up and over. As a good strike on goal by Alex Villanueva. It's a dipping ball that finishes on top of the net, and it will be a Seattle corner. Another look at the shot by Villanueva. You can see spinning away, and as Jones gets two hands on it, it's just enough to push it over the bar. So Villanueva is his left foot, and he'll use it go to short. Sent around here now to Edgar Serrano. Serrano back to Villanueva. Villanueva up the line. And an opportunity now on a break. 3v2. And on the far side, still onside. Serafina now dropped in. But a little bit too far. Fujiwara in Seattle, who recovered, sends it back up the field. They'll get their own break here. Over the top, looking for Brummett. Brummett will run it down. No one in the box, who will slow it down, looking off to the left foot. Now to the top of the area, and it just too hard. An open man for Seattle was Hankins. They don't connect. And Sardi Santos for New England can't keep it in. So it will be a throw in for Seattle. They lead 1-0 here as we're playing into the 30th minute of today's match. Near side, it's Katsaros. Clipped is Villanueva. Free kick will go Seattle. They'll play it short. Into the area, into the chest of Brummett. Brummett can't keep it. But neither can New England. Brummett on the tackle will go off of Brummett. It'll be a throw in for New England. Controlled by Hankins. Turns. Taken from him. New England. No numbers in front. They'll look to bring it out and switch the field. Leyva is fouled. Samuel White on the foul. Now they'll send it out wide. Ray Serrano. That's a header back where it came from by Brummett, and it's wide of the net. Good chance by Brummett on the ball from Ray Serrano. That will be a Seattle throw. Looking long. Double air. Be a throw in the corner. Right at the corner flag for the Sounders. Both these teams employing the 4-3-3 today. Another look there at the cross on the header. You can see Brummett really able to sky, but not able to get the target. All the way across, back to the Angel Martinez, into Ray Serrano. Onto the back post. It's headed out by Quinones. Turned up the field by Martin, Oliver Martin. Again, Quinones. Jonathan Murphy. Andrew Serafina. Switch is too far for Damian Rivera. Kensner. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Crook. We expect the wind to hold up here in the second half so often as it gets later in the day. It dies, but since we had such an early start, it actually may get a little stronger in New England's favor here down at Lakewood Ranch. It's typical for the west coast of Florida, of the peninsula. Slotted through, but intercepted by Quinones. It's Martin on it. A lot of green jerseys, and somehow Martin, for a moment, came away with it, but Seattle will go, and it's Edgar Serrano into Ray Serrano, and those two work together. Ray Serrano. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Crook, who's well outside his area. He'll drop it in there for Martinez. Martinez looking long, and he's got Hankins. Hankins on the right foot will send it across, and it's knocked out and then cleared out by New England. Ray Serrano, back heel, Daubelaire on the run, continuing into the area, and it's chipped up and over. Leyva was in, couldn't get off a shot. Jones was on him, and Leyva tried to flip it up and over the goalkeeper, and he flipped it up and over the crossbar. And look at the captain who tried the little touch. You can see Leyva in behind, and the tackle couldn't allow him to get it. And from here, he wants to scoop it, and he scoops it too high. That will creep over the sideline. Throw in will go Seattle's way. On to the far post. Here's Ray Serrano. Cannot actually, Serrano giving chase, and that wind just, you can see it off the corner flag and the linesman's flag, kind of gusting quite a bit, and any chance that Serrano had of catching it was taken away by that stiff breeze out of the south. They will play it short. It's into Matthews. Fujiwara will lose it on the sideline. He'll get it back, but no one's going anywhere fast until now when it gets out towards Villanueva. Into the area is Villanueva. Onto the left foot. Onto the next. Still free, and it will go off in New England. Villanueva with a couple chances. One was blocked, one was saved, and it will go out for a corner kick. You see Villanueva trying to tee it up right here, and that touch came through, and then he was able to get it off, and the save by Jones allows it. Here's Leyva on the corner. In swinger. Not on the line, but hey, when is it ever really? That one's played short. He'll get it back. Now he'll try and go far post and chips it up and over the crossbar. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Seattle leads the New England Revolution 1-0 on a Ray Serrano goal. Martin will get it back. Martin cuts inside. Oliver Martin will play it out onto the far side. Off the deflection, does it roll over the line? It does. His teammate Damian Rivera has it go off him. Mostly cloudy sky here today, but the sun is making a peek out now, making the humidity, the heat even a little more so. Expect changing weather conditions on Wednesday and Thursday for the girls' Development Academy for U.S. Soccer as their winter showcase begins. Should be a little cooler. Of course, as many of these teams made their way down to Lakewood Ranch this week, and some bitingly chilly temperatures on Thursday when some of these teams started, and it rapidly heated up. I mean, we can look at Wednesday when the Nike International friendly started, as we'll have a goal kick. Temperature was, well, downright cold. And we know for those of you watching up in New England right now, watching in Seattle, I guess you say cold is relative, but it felt in the 40s. And when you expect to come down to Florida, that certainly meant a lot of those winter jackets out. Warmed up a little bit on the next day, but the key point was the wind was dying down and humidity started to come back in. Friday, an absolutely beautiful day, and by the time Saturday, Sunday, Monday rolled around, it's that Monday being today. Humidity was not exactly the friend of many of these guys. Lots of fluids. And a sudden change is pretty significant. Here's Dabalaire into Villanueva. Villanueva on cut back into Dabalaire. He's onside. He'll try and cut it back. A lot of short passes. This time New England will intercept that. Ball cleared out, but it will be a Seattle throw. We'll have a longer throw, it appears, as Hankins comes up. It is into the box, brought down by Serrano. Ray Serrano there. As that one's poked out by New England, it will be a, well, they'll say it touched off of Seattle. And it will be a New England goal kick. Played towards the corner. Dabalaire will run it down. Onto the left foot, tackled. The cross doesn't get it there. And now New England up the field. Here's Martin on the far side. He's got help. It will go off New England. Seattle throw. Had numbers. They could not get past that Seattle defense as Leyva looking for the switch. And now it's back in here to Kinsner. Kinsner using his front man. And that's Villanueva. Back in towards Katseros. Katseros has it tackled away from him. New England looking to make a counter, taking that space that Katseros vacated, but the pass in the middle sent out by Seattle. Leyva, his turn right into the path of Murphy. But Edgar Serrano will find his namesake Serrano, and the fact of Ray Serrano down towards the corner, and not able to keep this one in. Revolution. Take the kick as Hankins will jog back to his right back position. He's been up and down the field quite a bit today. Into the 45th minute. Looks like we'll have 1 minute of stoppage time, it appears, as the fourth official is indicated to both benches. Second ball. Will fall to New England. Is that one done anything by Seattle? Now a chance here, perhaps one. So throw in for New England. Seattle will take that. Maybe Seattle has one last chance here in the final 30, 40 seconds of this half. It's Ray Serrano on the far side, double air running in, but it's a good step up by Richardson, and now they'll send it back long. Just about done with the first half here at Lakewood Ranch, Premier Sports Campus. Double air. Wind will be at the back of New England in the second half. You can see the wind carry that one beyond too far, and as we set for this throw, we'll look and see what the actual indication is. Will it be the last of that time? No, we'll see nothing more here in the first half. New England will have the wind at their back in the second half. We'll see if it made a difference. Seattle controlled play for the most part. New England did have a chance that Holden Crook made an excellent save, but for the most part, Seattle with 4 or 5 chances, but only leading 1-0. We'll have the second half action coming up. You can take a look at the first half highlights in the meantime, and we'll talk to you here from the Premier Sports Campus at Lakewood Ranch. It's the U.S. Soccer Development Academy Winter Showcase. Seattle leads New England 1-0. And welcome back here to the Premier Sports Campus, Lakewood Ranch, Florida, here as we are ready to begin the second half of our feature game here at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy Winter Showcase, New England and Seattle. New England in the, and I say this, I think most people around sports would know now that typically you find these Seattle teams in a green and blue, whether it be their Seahawks, their old Sonics, I'm sure to be their new NHL team, of course, the Seattle Sounders, and that is the Seattle Sounders 16-17 group for the MLS. Yeah, part of the parent club, New England, and they're red and white. And when you think New England, you see those teams, and perhaps in that red and white as well, although the Celtics have green, so I would imagine maybe I'm just talking in circles. But it is 1-0 at this time here as Seattle will give up the free kick to New England. New England will have the wind at their back here. Looking, checking to see if there's any subs. Don't see any that have been made here at the first few minutes as Samuel White has it up the middle. It's Fujiwara for New England. Seattle will have it as Edgar Serrano will find it. Daniel Serrano had the first half goal in about the 13th minute. That ball sent down the line, looking for double air. Be a throw in for Seattle. Into the corner, it will be a corner kick here as the goal scorer, Ray Serrano. Will play it off it. He looks like he'll take the corner. Well, and he'll at least set down the corner for his teammate coming over. That'll be the left foot in swinger of Alex Villanueva. Villanueva into the box. That's played up. Facing the wrong way is Hankins. Off of Hankins. Throw in will go New England's way. Big throw by Matthews. Onto the outside. Here's Hankins. He'll work with Serrano. Raise Serrano into Hankins. Hankins on the right foot. And as he tries to get off a shot, the tackle away by New England. May have got Hankins a little bit on the foot, who's in a little discomfort. It will be a corner kick. Another look here as Hankins in. Good job of defending on that time by like Damian Rivera. Here is Villanueva. Asking for 10 yards. And they'll slot it in. Top of the area, Edgar Serrano. Gets it back, he'll drop it in. Back heel looking for Edgar Serrano, and it's cleared away. Seattle with Leyva will get it. Leyva tries to go to the corner. He'll get it back, he'll cut inside. Left foot of Villanueva is going to go across the goal mouth and out of bounds for a goal kick. Played out short by New England. Here's Martin. Good counter here by New England. A little space now for Rivera. Back out to Rivera. It goes at the defender. It's onto his left foot. Shot and a big save by the goalkeeper, Holden Crook. His second big save of the game. It's another look at Damian Rivera. It was a tough angle, but Crook had the near post covered. We do see that there has been one sub for New England, as Colby Quinones is off. That ball played towards the back post off the head of Seattle. And it was Caleb Williams who took that corner kick. He came on for Quinones at the half. All the way towards the back post, headed away by Brummett. It'll fall down, and the shot is rifled just wide. Samuel White had to come down to his chest. One touch, and his shot didn't miss by much. And we'll also have another sub, and my apologies as we had. Jonathan Murphy also came off. Cole Dewhurst made his way on as well. So 2 subs at the half. For New England as they try to erase this 1-goal deficit. That ball played back in the middle will hold up in the wind. Rivera plays it out wide for Martin, Oliver Martin. Has help inside, that's Fujiwara. Here's Williams. Sent in, cleared out. Near side is Sardi Santos onto the chest of Rivera. Has help outside, he'll cut inside, he goes down, does Fujiwara. Free kick will go New England's way. New England putting together a good attack here for the last 3 or 4 minutes. It will be Samuel White who just missed that volley, lining this free kick up. Very similar spot to where Ivone scored for Brazil against the United States yesterday. It will not be Samuel White. It will be off the left foot, and it's going to curl and miss by Fujiwara. A switch up as White had kind of teed it up. He ran around the near post, and Fujiwara ran onto it. Tried to go around the wall on the outside. Seattle brings out the back. Over the top, but it will sit for New England. Williams. White. Near side, Rivera. He's got Sardi Santos into the box. On the turn, it's cleared away. It's going to fall to Martin. Oliver Martin can't get off a shot, and Seattle looks to bring it up. They can't connect, though, with the front man, and New England will have it in the midfield. But a bad pass gives back the ball to Seattle. They'll lose it in their own third. Sardi Santos. Zach Sardi Santos. Good run now by Andrew Serafina. His cross, though, only sees green. And blue, that is, so it's sent back up the field. Up the line, double air. Ethan double air. Down intending for Brummett. Brummett will earn the throw. And Seattle is set to make a couple subs themselves. Looks like Chris Hegart and Dom Vigalbin. So Dom Vigalbin is on for double air. And Villanueva will make his way off for Hegart. Corner kick here. As it goes off, Zach Sardi Santos, who will man the near post. Out swinging corner, the header challenge, but over the top will be the call, and it will be a New England free kick. Going down hard on the ground was Hankins, who climbed the ladder, had a long way to go down. Cut back across, White, and for Fujiwara. Fujiwara was fouled. Another free kick here for New England. So the last one was taken by Fujiwara after White had kind of set it up. Looks like White really wants this one. He's over it. Two-man wall for Seattle. They will play into the area. It will go over the heads of the leaping players, and it will be a goal kick. That goes out over the far sideline. Throw in will go New England's way. That ball played down the line, Seattle. Chance now is Hankins from his right back position. Will send it across. It's off the head, over the bar. It'll be another corner kick here for the Sounders. Last one was taken by Ray Serrano. Looks like he'll come across this one and actually just set this one up himself again. It was an outswinger. It was dangerous, but Foul called on the leaping Hankins. They'll go short. Back into Serrano. Had a 2v1. No one sent out. Near post, though. It's cleared. Out. Down the line. And Leyva a little far for him. And it will be a goal kick. Does feel like the wind picking up a little bit here at Lakewood Ranch. A little bit more of an advantage here for New England here in the second half as they will try to get this goal back. Foot race. A tackle back to the goalkeeper, and Crook will have to go out. Looks like a little bit of a step, but Angel Martinez recovered and is able to get it back to his goalkeeper. Martinez will be rewarded for his efforts with the ball back at his feet. He'll try and go long, and it will find Hankins. Leyva up the middle, down the line, in for the substitute. Coming across, shot, save, blocked off the line, that is. An open man from about 8 yards out, and that one could run into some space. But it will go Seattle throw. Great chance there for Seattle to double their lead. This ball coming across by Vegelbon, and it will go off of Morris Matthews as we're set to make a sub. See who exactly makes their way off. Looks like it'll be Zach Sorty Santos. Or not. No, not Zach Sorty Santos. As you can see, Hankins getting a little attention. Oliver Martin makes his way off. So it's Martin off. And on for Martin, Benjamin Werner. Meantime, Hankins up on his feet. New England has used 3 of their subs today. Seattle is 2. Or has used 2, excuse me. Leyva across to Katsaros. Katsaros on the high side in offside and is not holding up their run. Was Haggart. Or it was Katsaros, excuse me, who was offside. The ball will roll over the line. It will be a New England throw. Held up now by Brummett. Brummett will drop it back. Katsaros on the cross. Now it's down to the feet and it's knocked away and cleared out by New England. Hankins. Here's Haggart. Turn here for Serrano. Top of the area. Brummett gets a shot off. It's going to roll back pretty easily here for Jones. New England has been involved in 2 one-goal losses here at the Winter Showcase for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. Seattle looking for their first win as well. Had a draw against Orlando City and a 1-0 loss to Shattuck of St. Mary's, which is in Minnesota. Shattuck leading the Mid-Atlantic Division, or not the North Division. Here's this ball is going to get a free kick here for Seattle. Another chance for them. Orlando City, third in the Southeast. Meanwhile, New England has those 2 one-goal losses. They lost to teams that are first in their division. The Strikers out of Irvine, California, as you see another look at the foul. And 1-0 to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Leyva with the right foot. And Ray Serrano with the left foot. And do have the wall set. The referee talking to the players in the box, watching the pushing and shoving. And it's Leyva driving on net, and it's a big save by Jones. That was a pretty good strike. Looked like it was going just inside the near post, and Jones had to get across the goal and push that one out for a corner. And it's taken quickly. There's another look at the corner, but now the throw after the kick. It's going to roll in, and Jones off his line to cover that one up. Back across. Cole Richardson up the line. Giving chase is Philippe Vieira, who's made his way on. There's an additional sub, perhaps, as Zach Sardi Santos is off now for Philippe Vieira. Seattle will have the throw. Played 70 minutes, 1-0. Seattle Sounders under 16-17 lead the New England Revolution, 16-17-year-olds. And look at Hankins. Throws it into the feet of Brummett. Brummett back to Hankins. Far side. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Crook. Made a couple really nice saves today. We saw Jones just make one for New England. This ball played up the line. Looking for Vigalvin. Gonna roll under the foot of Katsaros. Now to be on the far side. Foul will be whistled upon Eric Kinsner. For New England, Fujiwara will take this with his left foot. Line held at 18. That's going to curl in. About 6 out. It's going to go to the foot of Damian Rivera. And looks like he wasn't expecting it. Came down on his foot, and as it hit his foot, it goes over the line. It will be a goal kick. A great ball, and on the run on the back. That one missed. Wide. I think it was the unexpectedness of it that Rivera would like to have that one back. If he knew that was coming in, would have had to possibly have been able to do something a little more with it. That ball over the top, off the chest of Brummett. Brummett looking for help. He'll give it out here now to Hankins. Leyva back to Hankins. Reset by Seattle. This one through Martinez. It's intercepted. Good chance here now for New England. If they go forward, it's Fujiwara. Back to Fujiwara. Steps over. Shot opportunity wide of the goal. They had an open man in. And Philippe Vieira cannot put it on target. Great chance for New England. Fujiwara had Vieira. Kensner pleading for offside, but I think you can look no further. He was holding him on. And the play was in front of him. Best chance of the game for New England. And they've had a couple of good ones, but that one, golden opportunity. Should have probably tied it up or at least forced Holden Crook to make an outstanding save. New England set to make another substitution. Coming from the far side of the field. And they're asking for a ball on the near side. So Aiden Melville will come on for Damian Rivera. Fourth sub made for New England today. Excuse me, fifth sub. Into the feet of Ray Serrano. Now it's Haggart. Haggart will try and go wide. It will go too far. Seattle still yet to make a third substitution. Brummett finds the open man. Here's Hankins. That shot blocked by the sliding Revolution. And now sent up the field. On the turn. We'll roll back to Seattle. Leyva. And Edgar Serrano will be whistled for the foul. Standing on the ball. Played towards the corner. Race. Seattle with a good head start. That's going to roll out in a dangerous position here for New England. They can pinch their pressure in as it's about 2 yards from the goal line. Throw in will go Seattle's way. It'll be Katsaros. Been looking for help, and as we talked about, the wind really gusting. Of course, the American flag at half staff right now for the passing of the former president, George H.W. Bush, this past weekend. But even at half staff, it is really gusting. So at the back in New England for now. Leyva. And that will go off of New England. It will be a Seattle throw. Off the referee. On this touch to the near side, New England finds it with Morris Matthews keeping it. Inside, it's Caleb Williams. Williams slots it over. Now shot, and it's goal! New England has tied it up. Brilliant ball in, and that one finished by Philippe Vieira. And New England takes advantage of the wind, takes advantage of the situation. They have now scored. We are all tied up on a beautiful ball in the back from a couple of the substitutes. Caleb Williams to Philippe Vieira. And Vieira's got to be feeling better than the last one that escaped him from just inside the box. Great finish. Even a better ball down the line. And they'll make their sixth sub as Eliseo Chala will come on. Seattle will see a sub come on. And they didn't give me the number on the roster, but we'll check and see what we can find. For Chala is Fujiwara. Coming off was Edgar Serrano. Sota Kitahara is on for Serrano. That will get back to Jones. Looking long, looking at the Seattle roster, we see no number 74 on their roster. So, apologies to anyone watching, expecting to hear the name. We'll just call him 74. On the far side, 74 will lose it. And Bryson Hankins has made his way off as well. That appears to be who 74 is on for, as they slide across the defenders. To the near side is Ray Serrano. Serrano inside. That will roll past. Now to tackle away, and Brummett, aggressive in the box, forces the ball to be cleared out by New England. And the corner. Now across. Taggart. Far side to Kinsner. Hanging high in the box, a punch away, and now a shot blocked again. A couple times now blocked off the line. Great job by the defense. That one looked to be by Richardson, who was in the right spot. There's another look here as that one came across. The challenge opted to punch it, but that one came in. His teammate in front of him, probably a little better communication should have, but the shot by Leyva and Richardson with an outstanding play. Vieira on the goal out of Malden, Massachusetts. As his third of the year. Been with the Revolution program since the 13s, 3 years ago. Here into 84th minute, it's tied at 1. Both of these teams looking for their first victory here at the Winter Showcase. New England has lost 2 one-goal matches. Seattle, on the other hand, does have a draw against Orlando City. They also have a 1-0 loss involved, so they're 0-1-1 here. Been leading since the early first half. Back to Jones, he'll send it up the field. Cross it. Foul behind the play. As 74 is being told he has to come off. May have a cut. So he's back on. Seattle looking to go forward. Leyva Tries to go down the middle. It's taken off him. Good play here by Serrano on the near side. Serrano pushes towards the corner. He's taking out the ball. Says play on, says the referee. That's down the line here, and it's going to roll all the way back to the goalkeeper. Wind really gusting. You can hear our cameras upstairs having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully the camera's straight. Look at that fantastic job up top there of holding the camera steady in this gusty wind situation. This one down towards the corner. And we will see a Seattle substitution. Brummett will come off. And on for Brummett will be Lomeri Torujo. So Torujo is on. All the way down the field. Ball's going to bounce. It'll be coming back held by Crook. Dropped in short. Now they'll play it, continue on. 89th minute here in the tie game, 1. Cut into the area, but it's just too far, and there is Matthews to clear it out. The player was on the roster, it's just a different number. We'll say it's Taka Sasaki, perhaps, or Jamie Lowell or Nico McMillan, but get in the number, perhaps Sasaki. Back up the field. Over the head. Chance now for New England. Can they get a winner? They trailed most of this match before tying it 10 minutes ago. Ball is down and now it's free. No foul called. New England wanted a penalty kick or at least a free kick, maybe outside the area. None given. Seattle recovered with lots of bodies back, but it was a good chance for Serafina. '90th minute. And that will go off Seattle. Be a New England throw. Both teams looking for a winner. Will either team get one? Chance now for Seattle, top of the box, and it will be a free kick. Free kick here as Leyva is taken down. Be 20 yards out. Don't know how much stoppage time, but we are over 90th minute. We'll get an excellent chance here for Seattle. 20 yards out. New England will set up a 5-man wall. Leyva will be over it with the right foot. Looks like Ray Serrano, if they're going to go off the left. Can Leyva get it up and down? Wind might be able to help it. But it goes off the wall. The deflection, it's still free. And now another one, and another one kicked off the line. Third time today, New England's kicked one off the line. This time in stoppage time. They'll try and fin the ball back in. It's going to bounce, and we'll have an offside. Or a call of some sort. Don't know if it was offside. Referee not holding, or the linesman not holding the spot. That ball sent up the field. Flipped on. Another chance here for New England. Both teams open it up here as we get into stoppage time. Cut across. Chance now, Serafina. A little bit too far in front of him. New England cannot get a shot off as Seattle will bring it out of their own half. That ball fed back up. And Serafina get it this time. No, it's taken off of him before by Katsaros. And now Leyva whistled for a foul. Jones will push everyone up. The New England goalkeeper coming out, about 35 off his own line. Going to take this, will send it up the field. Across, it's going to hit towards Serafina. It's going to go over him. It'll go off the head of Seattle. We'll have a corner kick. So a chance here for New England into the 93rd minute. This to be taken by White. Strong header up. It's free top of the area. It's going to bounce. Seattle able to get it up towards midfield. Continuing play as this one sent across. Here's White again. White by himself. Top of the 18 into the area. He'll step over the ball, forget the ball. Able to get it back. Tries to go around to the corner. He's got help on the near side. It's Matthews who loses it. Now it's sent up the field. And that will be the final whistle. The whistle blows. New England and Seattle finish in a 1-1 draw here at the Lakewood Ranch, Premier Sports Campus here at Lakewood Ranch. The U.S. Winter Showcase, U.S. Soccer Academy Winter Showcase will come to a conclusion for the boys. There's still a couple of games going on around the field. You can always check out all the scores on USSoccerDA.com. Our coverage will begin again with the women. That is on Wednesday when we'll have the two games here at the U.S. Soccer Winter Showcase, and then the Nike International Friendlies for the women, the under-20 team going on. You can always check out USSoccer.com for that, and all the showcase information, USSoccerDA.com. But for now, our final. The Seattle Sounders and the 16-17 boys won. New England Revolution won. For all the staff down here, we wish you a happy Monday, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.